Hello, dear students. Today we will talk about uh, scientific careers in Ukraine and around the world. It's a very interesting topic. Uh, today I show its most of requirements to academic titles in Ukraine and some question of salary in different countries. Uh, I will start from history. This the first universities were established in Middle Ages, and first university it's Salerno and Bologna in Italy. It's 13th century. Uh, from Ukraine, it's a few people receive some academic titles, and it's like PhD. Uh, during this early historic time, most famous was this Yuri Kotermak-Drohobych. It was first Ukrainian professor in Krakowian University, Poland, in 15th century, and Yuri received education in Italy, and in this old time, most people work with astrology and horoscopes, and as Yuri prepare horoscope from Rome Pope, and it was like high level of science in those time. Next scientist who received PhD in Netherlands was Danilo Samailovich. Danilo Samailovich worked with infection disease, is cholera. Uh, in 18th century, it's also we have several of these scientists. It's Oleg Shumlansky, received for PhD in Strasbourg University. Shumlansky discovered in nephron, capsule of nephron. It's capsule of Shumlansky bone. And next representatives, it's Ivan Politika. It was first professor in Russian Empire. It's who was born on Russian Empire territory. But this Ivan Politika was descendants of Cossacks, and he received first education in Kiev Mohyla Academy. Later, he moved in Leiden University, and after returning St. Petersburg, and was recognized like first professor because all professors in Russian Empire was foreigners. Usually, it's from Germany or Sweden or Netherlands. Very interesting, but all scientific research and dissertation in Russian Empire were written in Latin language and dead language until 1860. And a rule of Bolsheviks was established in 1917. They liquidate liquidate all academic degrees in these universities, but later it's when they understand it's very important for industry or some education, etc. He re-established old university from imperial time, and in Stalin epoch, it's present order of receiving academic titles was established in 1937, and it's with little changes exist to nowadays. Okay, let's some introduction for we have academic and scientific degrees. It's some first degrees, bachelor degrees. It's first level of higher education. It's basic knowledge in some specific fields. Next is master degrees. Officially, students who receive education in our institute, it's uh, it's the same, the master's degree level. It's next level for after bachelor's degree. It's after master's degree. Um, it's this order was established several years ago. An example, I reserve level specialist. It's not. It's like before bachelor or master. It's like from Soviet time epoch rudiment, and we need additional 2 years program for master degrees. Probably it's specialist, it's something like that, bachelor. But in medicine, all students from start receive master's degree now. After master's degree, the next level is doctoral degree or doctor of philosophy. It's this degree requires conducting original scientific research in specific fields, writing special thesis or dissertation, and this in Soviet post-Soviet countries, it's this degree called candidate of science, but it's after 2020 in Ukraine, this doctoral degree called doctor philosophy, like in European countries, and it's all people who um, entered in graduate school after 2015. It's have uh, take part in PhD program. An example, my uh, first pupils in my school, it's um, receive receive the doctoral degree like candidate of science, but next, because he started in 2015, but next people receive doctor of philosophy. Highest academic degree it's can be obtained in Ukraine. It's doctoral degree or doctor of science. It depends of branch of science. It's doctor of medicine, doctor of technical science, economic science, and a lot of different branches. This is the people should write in its very solid dissertation. It's more than 10, 10 this more than 230 pages of this manuscript. I try and this it's some special pages, special publishing pages. It's this measurement corresponds one publishing pages. It's correspond for 40,000 signs on these pages. It's like for some publishing business uh, terminology. It's difficult to explain. It's this more clear. It's we talk if it's normal pages. like AFO. Okay, we have academic degree and academic titles. It's not the same, and later I demonstrate some graph. It's difference between its degree, academic or scientific degree. It's recognized qualification of level education in scientific community, which reflects achievements in particular field. It's usually this degree people receive after completed some research process, conducting research and defending dissertation. It's there's many difference in scientific degrees between different countries. Um, but it's academic degree is like I explained before. It's bachelor, master, candidate, or doctor philosophy and doctor degree. But academic titles is it's something another. And in Ukraine, these academic titles established by a law of Ukraine about scientific technical activities, and this this decision about these academic titles makes special committee in the Ministry of Education and Science. Academic titles are seniors, researchers, associates, professor, and professor. An example on this graph, it's difference between academic degrees and academic titles. Okay, academic degrees is PhD, Doctor of Science, and academic titles is professor, associate professor, or like in from German docent, and senior researcher. Academic degrees people receive after conducting some original scientific research and defending dissertation. But academic title now it's granted by ministry and university. It's some can account some pedagogical experience, scientific and pedagogical activity, some articles, book, etc. And the main difference is academic degree is ability to conduct scientific research, and academic title is ability to teach and transfer knowledge to young people. Okay, okay. In around the world, it's a lot of difference, but main position is Doctor of Philosophy. It's universal. Degrees around the world is most common degree in many countries. In natural science, social science, and humanities. It's always need conduct and demonstrate original research and successful defending dissertation. Doctor of Science, its highest academic degree. It's some countries, but it's a few countries like post-Soviet countries or United Kingdom. Probably it's the dominions of Great Britain Empire, who have some this uh, heritage of this period. These degrees should represent some outstanding scientific achievements and expertise in some field of science. In Central Europe and Eastern Europe, in Germany, present institution, it's like habilitation, doctor habilitation, habilitated. It's um, advanced degree after PhD. It's like something like Doctor of Science, but it's need some additional certificates of qualification and some leading some scientific project and teach doctoral or PhD students. Um, yeah, it's in each country this have own unique characteristic for and criteria for awarding these degrees. It's very important and many difference between different countries. Okay, it's usually from start it's candidate should have some education. Usually it's a master degrees is or equivalent of this master degrees is it's most common. Next requirements is research. It's this applicant must conduct independent research uh, and make some significant contribution in scientific knowledge. Uh, these measurements and indicators of research is publication. It's a publication, especially peer review publication, confirm significance and effectiveness of research. And in the next requirements of dissertation. In the depends of country and some West European countries, some compilation of articles, Eastern Europe, Great Britain, Ireland, it's need some solid manuscript. And defense of dissertation in Ukraine and in other post-Soviet countries should some conceal defense conceal, but in most European countries, it's small conceal from committee from 5 people who make expertise of this of a narrow field of science. It's awards of the degree. It's in Ukraine now for PhD. It's main stakeholder who gives this its university. But before it was a Ministry of Education or special committee inside of ministry. Next is academic titles. Yes, this we have also this like double meaning in this issue. This academic title given by ministry, but academic position given by university. In Ukraine, usually it's we receive academic title and later receive academic position if this position possible in your university or company, etc. Okay, senior researcher is usually these people with this academic title work in laboratories and research institutes. These people qualified specialists without pedagogical this obligation and this it's like truth scientists or something like that. Most common academic title is associate professor. It's usually it's teachers of higher education institutions, and they engaged in scientific work and teaching. um, and they should continue this activity. Uh, Professor, academic title professor, it's in Ukraine. It's people who have degree, Doctor of Science, or PhD, who have significant scientific contribution and 15 years of experience in some field. Um, it Usually professors should have high level scientific activity, publication with high impact factor and participation in international project, etc. Uh, all activity and this decision making in this procedure of receiving academic title described and regulated in law of Ukraine scientific and scientific technical activities and supplementary regulatory acts. Um, it's this, I told it's about it before. It's all titles granted by Ministry of Education and Science, but position granted by university. Uh, and what we should do for receiving an academic title in Ukraine? It's first, we should have necessary qualification. This is academic degree. It's candidate of science or PhD or doctoral degree or significant teaching experience. For associate professor, it should be 5 years. For professor, it's 10 years if you have degree. Um, Next step is submission of application. It's your candidature should approve it by faculty and university, and institute or university take part in compilation of package of documents, and these documents sent to ministry, and ministry committee make expertise of these documents and later make decision with next obtaining of this certificate. Uh, it's in this graph is scientific trajectory in Ukraine. It started. Here is the master program, next PhD student, PhD, Doctor of Science. In medicine, it looks like students transform in intern or resident, like in Europe. It's post PhD students or postgraduate student after uh, that people receive doctoral of the philosophy degree after the highest level of Doctor of Science. Also in Ukraine exists a National Academy of Science. It's next level of this it's like titles, but it's not in university. It's outside of university. In National Academy of Science, it's exists two type of corresponding member of academy and academician or full member of academy. Usually, it's people after 60, which receive such very high level titles. It's this is um, this is, should should pass procedure of voters. It's these people from academy should vote for you if you have outstanding contribution in science, etc. In politics, it's more politics than science. It's such big panorama we have in Ukraine of in science. And we have lots of reforms last years, and many people raise question about existence of additional national academy because it's they have received much money but not produce so much some production or achievements in science. It's economically many people raise question about this not effective structure in this puzzle. Okay, okay. It's more uh, practical financial aspect. It's very pity, but in Ukraine, it's salary of professors and scientific workers. It's very low. It's logically because we have not effective economy. We have a lot of problem war. Uh, many countries with low income it's have similar problems. It's not so high salary, but it's depends the depends of university and institution in which you work. And from Soviet times, we have outdated system of salary tariff system, and according to the system, associate professor have 19 rank and professors have 20 rank. It's very little difference in basic salary, but in academic degrees and titles also have impact on wages and an example degrees of PhD give 15% to salary in Doctor of Science 20. Also, people with degrees have academic titles, and associate professor have 25% to salary additionally to degrees, and professors have bonus plus 33 persons. It's not, and also exist a lot of some additional bonuses if in case of if university have good position and some money it's usually university give more money to professors. it's it depends of ratings of university and financial situation and some income from scientific research, teaching activity, etc. It's for comparison. It demonstrates some salary in United Kingdom. It's pounds of sterling. It's quite huge. And Germany, despite of very good economy in Germany, is not so good salary in university, and many people leaves university and go to US or Canada or Switzerland when the better condition, better salary. And an example, some our people after move from Ukraine in the reserve some position, easy, quite easy reserve this position because it's not so many people want to work in academic system in Germany. But in Scandinavia, more good situation. But Scandinavian professors have very high taxes. It depends of country. In Sweden, in 45% of taxes, and Denmark 50, and in Finland it's 33. It's in and finally also not too much. It's less salary but less taxes. It's and finally it's received the same. In the European continent, the best salary in Switzerland, and depends of canton or district province of this country, and also it's uh, Swiss franc is very stable money. Uh, so, uh, but the best condition in US and Canada and these American professors, it's probably most have highest salary around the world. It depends of university, and it depends of many. It's stat or province. It's quite big difference between different these states. Okay, okay, it's main information. Thank you for listening. It's enough for today.